I've had the luxury of playing with some of the best mid laners of all time. I think people still remember xPeke to this day. He's probably someone that most people actually think about when Fnatic is still mentioned. Peke was actually the guy that was leading most of it inside the game, and I actually think he was my best mid laner. I think Febiven was a really saving grace. So when we had the choice of keeping either Febiven or Caps, I obviously wanted to keep Febiven. I didn't know what Caps could do, but as he puts down the hours, Caps to me is someone that can become like Peke or even better.
When I guess I was like 11, 12, back when it was xPeke's period. I loved watching xPeke and Rekkles and all the players. Back then I was thinking about LCS, but I wasn't actually I wasn't necessarily considering because it was so far away, right? The season before I joined was kind of a bad year, I would say. So the year I joined was kind of the year where it was like we were supposed to bounce back.
First time in the LCS under the Fnatic banner.
So I was definitely expected to perform really well, especially when I had so many veterans around me.
He is a really, really good young player coming in here, and I actually think the hype is justified.
Caps of the week, gets the stun, Caps flashes forward, turns it onto Perks, first blood!
So I feel like I've always been a really strong mid laner when it came to individual prowess, but last year I kind of lacked the consistency.
Realm Warp, this might be a dead Perks. Scatter the weak, unleashed power, Ash Arrow, Perks gets the shutdown onto Caps.
Oh, Caps trying the big play here, trying to be the hero in the end.
This is the final fight. The Windians close it out. G2 take the win.
I think in the beginning, it was actually, we had a pretty good relationship when we just started, but then we started having a lot of problems.
I think last year, Caps' problems were mostly emotional. He didn't really understand why he was feeling away and when he was feeling it, so it was kind of just random. Sometimes he would wake up in the morning and feel like, I don't want to play this champion anymore. Or sometimes he would wake up in the morning and just completely have an off day and wouldn't say a word. And then sometimes he would actually be super happy and shot call and be like the guy that carries us. So it was really random, and I didn't really understand why it would happen, and I don't think he did either. So it was hard to control when we would be a good team, because I think he was actually the reason why we're a good team or a bad team. So I've always tried to help him because I could so much see myself in him and what I went through back in the day.
Fnatic, these guys, they've definitely had a bit of an up and down year, but the idea is that they have been rebuilding. It's also going to be exciting to see players like Caps, who not so much a veteran, but very much a rookie on the international stage.
Still some unknowns into how he's going to perform under pressure.
Going to be locked up, Paranoia comes in, Levi moving forward immediately, Caps just gets deleted.
We're playing checkers and they're playing chess, legit this.
Fires everywhere on the map, and they also still have that Galio ult up. They haven't needed to use it much.
Backing off, Caps getting caught out, even the tanks around have enough damage to take down the Syndra. Ray actually going to grab that one.
Yeah, first pick Syndra, not gonna play actually right. First pick blue side, Syndra, what do you play?
I'm gonna play Telesol, Rise.
That could be the first pick off Caps. Let's the ultimate rip Brooksa. Lines up the knockup there and silence 2 Jets. Caps nails the kill.
Okay, guys, one more game.
No way, still fighting in, but Swords with the Mega. Caps finds a shutdown, and Fnatic do the unthinkable and make their way to the quarterfinals.
Everyone to just play without any sort of boundary. Play your best games ever in your career.
Flashless, imprisoned by some time. Letme is getting shut down, but he's still got 1200 HP. He's used everything. Letme gets killed by Caps.
Ik wil voor ult zo pakken.
Empowered Royal never give up. Caps jumps off a little bit early. He gets dropped, chunked, and killed by RNG.
And Caps trying to make a huge play to cut him off in the jungle. Goes face first into an 80 carry, and the advantage they thought they had by picking Letme is gone.
Because we can't change the jungle pick, we can't change the support, we can't change the AD. So it's only about your lane, that's why we're talking so much about your lane. Because it's actually only your lane we can change.
He's in the mid lane though. Caps, what are you doing?
Oh, Caps gets shut down for some reason.
Why would you not just recall?
Wants to clear the wave with his Q. Xiaohu sees it. He's level 6. What are you doing? They trade flashes and Caps goes down. Massive blunder.
The Cinderella story must come to an end. And Fnatic are eliminated from Worlds 2017.
So I think last year, Caps was what I was in 2015. I think he was not ready yet to play in a competitive team in the highest league, especially at an international event. So I think it's okay that you're not ready to be on a team. I think it was okay that I was not ready to be on the 2015 rosters. It took a little bit longer than I would have liked for. I think it shouldn't take a year to make a player go from a solo queue player to a team player. But now that he actually is a team player, I feel like it was great that we picked him up. If I give a year like last year to have some failures and then have another year like this one where I have a lot of success, then I would take that any day.
I'm just trying to be as consistent as possible because I feel confident that I'm better than the enemy mid laner. And I hope that it shows on stage. And maybe if I start winning a lot of tournaments, I can get a legacy like the likes of xPeke. I think xPeke is known as it's the original face of Fnatic. Now Rekkles is starting to take over that face because again we're becoming successful. And maybe one day I'll step up to the plate and it'll be my face.
Ladies and gentlemen, in the Royal Arena, put your hands together for the Spring Split Finals!
If there ever were a time where Fnatic should win a final, this is it. A lot on the line for them.
Based on our last couple of players' performance, which were worse than I had expected, I was really scared because again, we were the favorites.
Caps so far, when the pressure hasn't been on, he's been the one that has been performing really, really well. But we haven't seen this last step towards victory.
So you just want to see him go one step higher and have that playoff success.
There's the let's bounce. That's going to deliver Caps to the mid lane. Caps survives a hell of a long time. Double threat! Caps escaped! How did he do that? The Spring Split MVP trying to find more. Doesn't want to go toe-to-toe. Shot back and forward. The Devourer comes in. Rekkles is going forward. The Quadra, the Pentakill for Rekkles.
It's not Sweden, bro. It's not Sweden.
Copenhagen, are you not entertained?
Oh, Caps! He just solo kill Perks! Oh my word!
Caps is hunting Wonder. Kiana gets run down, stunned down.
He's going again!
Kill for Rekkles. Are you kidding me?
Oh, I love you, Caps.
Pentakill! Fnatic are deconstructing G2 Esports.
Solo killing Perks, finding constant picks all across the map, giving the pentakill to Rekkles. This guy is performing out of his mind.
Here's the fight! And the final fight! Jankos is impaled, pulled backwards, he's killed, taken down by Rekkles. A rocket jump forward as Caps takes down Perks. Fnatic topple G2 and are your Spring Split champions! Fnatic rule Europe!
It's just a huge relief, and I'm just so happy that we finally made the goal I set for myself. And now I just want to prove myself beyond that. I think me and Rekkles get along really well. And we are not just content with performing in Europe. We want more. We want to beat the Koreans, we want everything.
I think me and Caps are one of the best duo carries that you can have in the West, maybe even in the world. And I think he definitely has the chance this MSI to show that he's actually a mid laner that everyone should look out for.
A lot of the teams we play against this MSI, we actually play against at Worlds. I really want to rematch, especially against Longsu and our King Zone. We got completely smashed.
Fnatic are out of options. They've got one last chance, one opportunity to try to seize a fight, but there is nothing in their wheelhouse. There is nothing in the toolkit.
I think we're the clear underdogs going up against Kingsome, but I still want to prove myself. I still want to perform, even if it's against the odds. I will never be content until we end up beating them. If it's not this MSI, it will be Worlds. If it's not Worlds, it will be next MSI, and so forth.